What's going on, guys? This is Miasin, and I just wanted to share with you guys my Lair of Darkness deck profile. This deck doesn't really have any combos because it's more of like a control/stun oriented deck list, and I think it's actually really fun, really cool. I mean, really fun. Yeah, it's really fun, man. It's really fun. Yeah, whatever. Okay, okay. Outside of this card, it's really fun. Okay. I mean, when you're the one activating Mystic Mine and looking at your opponent suffer, it could be enjoyable. But yeah, before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch and Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Yo, if this video can get to 1,000 likes, I'm actually making a live stream on this deck, so smash the living pancake out of that like button. Yo, Jeffrey, what are you doing not clicking on the like button? Come on, I see you, bro. I see you. But yeah, anyways, for the deck profile. So, I'm not playing a lot of monsters, meaning that Card of Demise could potentially almost make sense. But yeah, I mean, I'm not playing it because, I don't know. Yeah, one Diabolos as well as one Ecclesia. That's it for the one-ofs. And then triple Arima, triple Lilith. This is like super easy to explain. So Diabolos can't really be Foolish because I'm not really playing Foolish Burial or any other Foolish card. So you would have to draw it, but at the same time, if you play way too many, then you're gonna draw it too often. And it summons itself from the hand or graveyard whenever you tribute a Dark Attribute monster on, I believe, only your own field. So that kind of sucks. If Dark Monster you control is tributed, yeah, freaking big rip. Yeah, it would have been nice, huh, if you could tribute your opponent's monster and then summon Darkest Diabolos. No. And so yeah, you don't really want to run into the paradox of, you know, suffering from bricks if you play too many. So that's the reason why one is enough. And then one Ecclesia because Nadir Servant can also recycle back from the graveyard to the hand. So one should be enough. And triple Arima, this doesn't really break if you draw multiples because you can always search more Lair of Darkness. And even when you normal summon it, it's pretty nice. And then, yeah, triple Lilith, this card is obviously the best card of the deck. You could also theoretically play Tour Guide. That definitely makes sense. And yeah, that's it for the monsters. And now for the spell cards, this is going to be the fun part. This deck has to be one of the decks that can play the nastiest, most disgusting spell cards of all time. So double Nadir Servant because we just want more juice cards. In this deck, Nadir Servant can be an engage. So you send the Garura, and then you draw one card, and you search for the Ecclesia, which can search the punishment. And your extra deck doesn't matter. So it's kind of like free real estate. So yeah, that's the reason why we play this package. And then we play Terraforming with a bunch of field spells. So triple Lair and one Mystic Mine. You could also play Set Rotation at this point. But we're already playing triple Demise and Metaverse, so at this point it's kind of like a Lair Mystic Mine deck, which unfortunately is probably the best way to play this deck at the moment because this is bullshit. It should get banned, except if you disagree with me and you think that Mystic Mine is the healthiest card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me know your thoughts about this card in the comment section below, by the way. But yeah, a lot of pod cards for consistency. So triple Prosperity, triple Duality, triple Super Poly for board breaking. Now, the nasty thing is that with Lair of Darkness, all the monsters always become dark. So Super Poly can always fuse 3 monsters your opponent controls for Trifu Verdum, or 2 for Starving Venom, or whatever for Dragos Tapelia. So Super Poly in this deck is better than, I want to say, almost any other deck. And yeah, triple Demise of the Land, obviously, if you want to go first and you can afford to like brick and you'll still eventually win the game because you can stall for so long with Mystic Mine, or you can activate Lair of Darkness and then try to trigger your other cards. In your side deck, you can also have Eradicator, Epidemic Virus, or Deck Devastation Virus, etc. So that is how you would be beating Flunderies and Splight in this format. It's actually better than you think, my friend. But yeah, anyways, for the other cards, well, that's it for the spell cards. The majority of them, you just look at them and you're like, ah, yeah, I don't really need an explanation. Triple Imperm as well as triple Punishment and 1 Metaverse. So 7 normal trap cards that you can reveal with Lilith, meaning that you can use the effect a few times, not too bad. And for the other cards that are not non-settable with Lilith, 3 Skill Drain and 3 Solemns, which could be Solemn Strike or Judgment, depending on your needs. You could also play a card that always tributes, like cards on the field, like Ballista Squad, which is tribute 1 monster, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. So that's always an out to Mystic Mine, but this deck doesn't really lose to Mystic Mine. And some other things, so yeah, very cool. If you want to not play a counter trap card, if you want to play like another normal trap card, the world really is your oyster. You could play the Fiend Griefing package with Backjack or Skarm, so that on the end phase you search for Lilith and then you unbrick. And you can also play Trap Trick as well, or some other good trap cards. Like, as I said, you have so many possibilities. You could main deck the Artifact Sanctum package with Artifact Scythe and just survive for a long time. But yeah, for the extra deck now, Cordias the Triphasic Dealman. For these, because you actually summon this off of Super Poly, you need a Synchro, an Xyz, and a Link monster. So that could actually come up against Splight if they summon Baron or Herald of the Arclight. It really is realistic to a certain extent. Shifu Verdum is a joke to make. Obviously, you just need 3 dark monsters on the field, which again, Lair of Darkness heavily facilitates. Mystery on the Dragon Crown, you need 1 Spellcaster and 1 Dragon Monster. Starving Venom, 2 Dark Monsters on the field except the tokens. So not the tokens that you get with Lair of Darkness. And then Dragos Tapelia, Garura, this is the best Super Poly target now. And a very good card to send with Nadir Servant. Double Elder Entity Entis, you can also break boards with Nadir Servant going second. So this deck is actually better than you think going second, huh? You don't necessarily need a lot of hand shops to play going second. When you play, you know, so many copies of Mystic Mine, Imperm, Super Poly, Nadir Servant, so many pots so that you always see your side deck cards, this deck ends up being so much better than you think. And going second, you can also win with like a combination of Skill Drain and Solemn Strike. So yeah, a lot of ways you can actually do a lot of oppressive things going second. And going first, this deck is good for obvious reasons. So yeah, don't sleep on this deck at all. But yeah, anyways, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, the final Super Poly target. And then for the final card that you can send with Ligma Punishment, I mean the Dragma Punishment, or I mean Dogmatica Punishment, is Wind Pegasus Ad Ignister. It's a pretty good card. Also can be sent with Nadir Servant so that you prepare yourself in advance for whatever annoying thing can happen to you. Alright, now Axis Kotalker, Unicorn, Phoenix, Cherubini, and Link Spider, so 15 cards in the extra deck. And yeah, that's it for now for the idea section. Again, the majority of these cards are really self-explanatory. So yeah, Scythe and Sanctum, Dagda, Wee Witch Apprentice, and Dark the Dark Charmer. Very good card, definitely should be here, by the way. So yeah, it's my bad, and my fault, sorry. Scapegoat, actually, this is a pretty good tempo card. Well, I mean, tempo, it's not really a tempo card, but I mean, if you can stall out, just like survive for 1 turn, and then end phase flip Scapegoat, you kind of just win the game, to be honest, because on your next turn, you're gonna be making like, man, you can do so much, actually. With a single Scapegoat resolving, this is at least Axis Kotalker, but probably more than that, depending on how your extra deck looks like. Yeah, Enemy Controller, pretty interesting card. If you have Lair of Darkness with Enemy Controller, you're breaking boards left and freaking right. It's ridiculous. And I know Tier Laments don't really make a lot of Omni Negates. So going second, you just go activate Lair, and then Econ, tribute like whatever monster for cost, and then steal a monster, attack over a monster, and just like that, you were able to get rid of like freaking 3 monsters in 1 shot. You link off that monster, you just do some nasty things. Yeah, it's a nice card, not gonna lie. And it's a quick play. It's not a trap card, so it's actually much faster than Ballista Squad and stuff like that. More copies of Mystic Fun if you're a disgusting human being who enjoys watching people suffer. I'm a nice guy, though. I don't like doing that. I'm not like other guys. Anyways, Deck Devastation, Eradicator, Epidemic Virus. We just love viruses, man. It's just very fun. We're sticking out of context. Fiend Griefing, Ballista Squad, Tikaboo, I see you, and Solemn Judgment again if you want to main deck it instead of Solemn Strike, because getting hit by Duster, Red Reboot, and Evenly Matched, not super fun, I'm not gonna lie. Although you could actually counter Evenly Matched and Lightning Storm by giving tokens to your opponent with Lair of Darkness. That could work, but it takes a little bit of setup. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video, for this deck profile. Let me know your thoughts about this deck in the comment section below. As always, we're trying to get 1,000 likes on this video because I'm trying to make a live stream on this deck. It's a super fun deck. I love it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.